Hey guys, Dijon here from Trend Watchers, and today I got another awesome video prepared for you guys titled Why I Threw Away $100,000 to Start a Tech Startup. And yeah, that's a pretty clickbaity title, and I'm gonna explain it more throughout this video, but just kind of showing you guys like I guess like my experience with like finding my purpose in life and when I need to double down, so that's basically the whole point of this video, and I'm kind of sharing kind of teaching that principle through my experience with growing Trend Watchers. So yeah, there's a whole lot of information that I'm gonna be dropping in this video. Like I got my paper plate with all my notes on here. So yeah, like there's gonna be nothing but gold nuggets all over the place. But yeah, before you hop into the video, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, let's hop right into it. So I'll give you guys kind of like a backstory with like how I got started, right? So it's a long story, but I'm gonna make it super short. So, like back in high school, I wanted to become a famous YouTuber, right? So I started posting like a video a day for 100 days. I did that over summer break from my freshman year to sophomore year, and it was about a week before school started, and I was already like 100, video 100, right? And I still didn't get any traction, right? So I was about to give up, but then one of my friends, he told me to create content around this new trending concept called dank memes. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. So I posted like a couple of videos around that. And then I remember, wow, very clearly, it was that first day of school. I had just come back from lunch. Probably had nachos or whatever from the cafeteria. Those nachos were the best. But like, I came back from lunch and I sat down at my in my chemistry class, and I remember pulling up the YouTube Studio app to kind of like just kind of seeing what's up. I didn't have anything else better to do. It was the first day of school. We're just going over syllabus and just like foundational stuff like that. So I was bored out of my mind, but like I looked down on my phone and I just saw the spike. I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. And just like my whole like paradigm on like making money online just kind of like it just shifted within like a matter of seconds, forever. And that spike represented like, I went from like maybe like 20 to like 100 views per day, right, to over like a quarter of a million views in just a single day. And that was just like, that was just absolutely insane. And that's kind of when I knew that like anything is possible. So I went on and did YouTube for like about like, I think like around 6 to 8 months, until my channel got demonetized. And then after that, I was kind of forced to go out there and kind of find like new ventures just to pursue to make up for the lost income. So as far as like ventures I tried making a social media marketing agency. I thought it was gonna be easy to get clients because hey, look, I know how to grow a YouTube channel, so I'm good at Facebook, Instagram, social media in general. So I kind of leveraged that to start that business. That didn't really work out. I think my next business was, I think Shopify caught my eye. So I made like 3 Shopify stores. The first one was like a water bottle store. Second one was like a Zodiac sign store. I remember one of my friends, she was so obsessed with like Zodiac stuff, and I was like, yo, like I'm gonna just make a Shopify store around that. That one there didn't really get any sales. Then my third one, I was selling fish aquarium decorations. So like in the tank, like a little a log or whatever, stuff like that. That store did actually generate like $100 a day in sales. But when all my customers got their products they ordered through the mail, it was all broken. I had to refund them all, and I quickly went in the red. So I just cut drop shipping from there. I took a look at high ticket drop shipping with that there. Like that was a little bit more complex there, so that didn't work out as well. The next thing I did was what was it? Real estate wholesaling. I stuck around for that 6 months. I didn't really like it because you had to take advantage of like homeowners that were in just like really bad situations, and essentially it was like a win for the investor, win for me, and then a lose for like the homeowner, so that wasn't like just like moral wise, like that wasn't really up my alley. I didn't feel comfortable, like even like a 10K payday, which is like the minimum, like you can make as a wholesaler, right? Like it just didn't feel right. Just having that money in my bank account almost felt like it was poisonous, and like there was like, I would have felt guilty. Like I would have been scared to spend it because I would have felt like lightning would have struck me and I would have died or something. That's just how bad I felt about that right there. But it was around this time. It was like my senior year of high school. I went and I created. It was a thing called senior projects. So you had to basically come up like a project to present to the class. It was like 60% of your grades. It was a big deal. I couldn't really skip it. And I remember it was like the night before I had to make the presentation. I didn't know exactly what to do, so I just made a random company called Trend Watchers. I remember like so I was looking at all of my viral videos and I noticed that like all of them, they were all revolved around like some sort of like trend I hopped on early. So I was like, yo, like what if I made a platform where like content creators can go and they can see what's trending in like gaming, memes, TikTok, basically all categories, and kind of having that resource in just one place, you know? So I just kind of like made the idea for it, and I got a failing grade for it actually, and then like it just kind of been sitting in my Google Drive for like just a little while. But it wasn't until late 2019 after I got back from my 2-year mission with my church, right? Um, I felt like I felt kind of not really lost. I didn't know which direction to take. There was so many, because like when you're right out of high school, there's so many ways you can go. The question is, which one do I pursue? Just the opportunity cost starts working against you, you know, and you just you gotta really feel out your options, you know. And around this time, I bought like a self-development course that was really nice as far as like helping me like on a personal level, like helping me like just get things in order. Just by in order, I mean like building good habits. So like just like keep track of like my sleep, and like setting goals, keeping track of that on a daily basis. Just a lot of foundational stuff to really like screw my head on straight. And I remember going into the new year 2020, I remember going through my Google Drive, and like I came across my presentation for Trend Watchers, right? So when I saw it, like I was like, oh, that's cool. And I kept on scrolling by, and then something told me to like, you need to go back and focus on that. So I went back up, and I opened up the PowerPoint, and I thought about it for a little bit, and I was like, all right, why not? So like, keep in mind, this is like New Year's Eve, so like within like the span of like 4 hours, like literally when the clock struck midnight, I had a website, like basically Trend Watchers was ready to go. I had like a low code model, like had my WordPress site that linked over to a Discord where I issued all the trends. So I went and I did that, and I turned Facebook ads on the next day, and I got paying customers surprisingly, right? I got them to pay me, I think, $20 a month, and that was pretty cool until like people, they kept on, they would join my Discord group where I issued a trend, not Discord, my Telegram group. That was the OG channel right there, and they'd see that they were the only ones in there, and because of that lack of social proof, they loved the idea, but just the idea that like they were the only ones in there, they got scared and they kind of like asked for a refund and never looked back, you know. So that kind of taught me the importance of having social proof. So I went and I got rid of Telegram, went to a Discord, kind of made my group in there, and I went to Reddit and I got a group of like 100 beta testers for my social proof, and also to where I can like build testimonials, you know. I got them in a Discord group, and like it was a huge success, you know. Like people were getting results. I was issuing lots of trends, and everything was great. But there was a few issues. So like Discord's kind of like a group chat, almost like in text, right? So to see old messages, you have to like scroll up a lot. And for me, I'm dealing with trends, and some people, they like seeing like the older trends I posted in the past. So they have to like scroll up for like 10 minutes just to kind of like see those trends. Also, like there wasn't like a filter, like I want to see only food trends, this trend, that trend. It was kind of everything on one page. So that kind of made things kind of complex. And that's when I decided that I needed to go out and I needed my own little custom software, right? And first thing when I think of like software is like, I got to find an investor. So luckily for me, I did real estate wholesaling in high school, so I had a long list of investors that I saw face to face in person from meeting them at networking events in downtown Atlanta, right? So you know, like I hit them up. Some people didn't respond, some people did, and the ones that did respond, I kind of presented my idea, and they kind of like, oh, like I'm not interested, you know. And I remember I came down to this last guy. His name was Adam. He told me to like send over my presentation over to his email, and I remember he went and he looked at it, and then he got back to me the next day, and he said that like no one's gonna invest in 18-year-old that has like no startup experience, has like little proof of concept, basically saying that like no one's gonna invest in this crap project. And it there's a word for this. Basically, he was telling me the reality in a nice way, you know, saying that no one was going to put their money into this. The only people that were willing to do it were maybe like friends and family that understood my drive and work ethic. That was option one, or option two was to just put my own money into it. So after he told me that, like, it didn't really sting because like I've been hustling for like the past couple of years. So, like I'm used to the harsh reality. So I did some thinking about it, and yeah, I did some thinking about it, and I didn't want to. I had faith in the idea, but I didn't want to drag family and friends in it. I just didn't want to like risk messing up those relationships. So I decided to just kind of like I was gonna go and code the thing myself. You know, just learn like how to code. And I've never, if you guys know me, like I've never written a line of code before in my life. So yeah, remember that night I went to my laptop, my my piece of paper and pen, and I started looking up like uh, how to code a software. I found like a 20 video series where it was like each video was like 2-3 hours long, you know, and thankfully that first video it was like UI UX design, right? And I remember watching like some of the videos, like the first part of that video, and I got Adobe XD, and before you know it, like after like 5 to 6 hours, I had the entire software kind of like built out, but in images, you know. And after that, I was like, yo, like, what if I just connected all these pages and sent it to a developer on Upwork or something, and have them develop it for like a couple, like maybe like a couple like $1,000, you know, like that might be a way for me to get the software up and going. So I did that and I got the quote. I didn't have the money at the time, right? So, and this is kind of where the title of this video comes from, like why I threw away $100,000 to start a tech startup. But the only money I really had at the time was like, it was all in Ethereum. I had like 21 Ethereum coins. I got them at around like $200 per coin. So like around $4,000, which is about like $100,000 today. Just under $100,000. It's like December 2021 right now. But yeah, so I remember like I had the idea of like selling those, and it was pretty tough because I knew that both ideas, I have faith in my startup, like TrendWatch is the concept, and also cryptocurrency, specifically Ethereum. I knew they were both gonna blow up in the near future. The question was, which one was I willing to sacrifice? You know, and I remember just thinking for days about it, and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna sell the Ethereum and kind of see where things go. You know, like if TrendWatchers were to fail, at least I'll have that valuable experience. Money really can't buy you, you know. And if it succeeds, good for me, hurrah, you know. So yeah, that was back. I made that decision when I was like 19 years old, I think. Yeah, like around like probably like, was it February or late January? I forgot. It's kind of fulfilling, kind of making this video, because I'm having like the you know how you look back in time and you're like, wow, like I actually did that, you know. I'm kind of like going through those emotions as I'm talking in this video right here. But yeah, like I grinded for like 6 months, got that thing up, and took a minute to get traction, to kind of figure things out, you know, as far as like platform flow, just small updates that make the thing just so where users can like enjoy it and get results off of it, you know. But like as far as like me selling like those 21 Ethereum, like that was well worth it. Oh, absolutely. Not only financially, but also it helped me grow, not only experience wise, but like just as a person as well. I'm just far ahead for my age, just because I went out there and I just took I took that leap of faith, you know. And I didn't take this leap of faith blindly. This is something I was super passionate about, you know. I'd happily, even last night, I was up to like 4 o'clock in the morning, just reworking my whole email back end, because I was passionate about it, you know. So I had faith behind the whole TrendWatchers idea. But yeah, that's kind of the backstory as to why I threw away $100,000 to start a tech startup. And let's say you're in a similar situation, like you really want to make sure that you're try to do it as cheap as possible. There's no need to really spend 30, 50K to create a tech startup. There's ways to do it for less than $5,000. That's how I was able to do it, just by making wireframes, going on Upwork, just keeping things super cheap. My front end was WordPress, so that I was able to go in there and for marketing purposes, just like change a few titles, change the background color to this, add this image there for marketing purpose. I didn't have to worry about paying someone to do that for me every single time. So I did that to kind of minimize costs. But yeah, that's kind of my experience as to why I threw away $100,000 to start a tech startup. But hopefully you guys got a lot of value out of this. And like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.